Ladies and gentlemen, this is the YouTube channel vlog show of inspiration and realness. Also, this is the YouTube channel vlog show of positivity, personality, and fun. This is Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977, and now the perpetrator of these shenanigans, Big Beefy E himself from his Big Beefy Man Cave in New Bedford, Massachusetts, Mr. Shenanigans himself, and the two-time Chilling 3000 2022 End of the Year Awards winner, Eric M. Lima. Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. This is episode 791. We're 9 episodes now away from the milestone of 800 episodes. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. It is the 15th of 2023. We're going to talk about what happened on NXT. It's the final NXT before NXT Heatwave next week. That's right. And the NXT Tag Team titles were on the line. The family, that will be a team of Tony D'Angelo, the Don of NXT, and the underboss, Channing Stacks Lorenzo, are the champs defending against the Dyad. And during the matchup, Ivy Now is showing up at ringside, and Joe Gacy decided to gather his army of Schism folks at ringside along with Ava Rain. But then while the distracted, two Schism members came out through the crowd and basically attacked the Dyad and cost the Dyad the matchup against the family, which the family did retain. Eddie Thorpe cut a promo about, wanting a piece of Dijak and trying to get in touch with his Native American heritage. Wesley was talking to Carmelo Hayes and said, listen, I got a match against Dijak. After I'm done with him, I'm coming after you for the NXT title next week. Andre Chase was talking to Duke Hudson, and then Thea Hale came in, still upset with Chase, still copping a little bit of attitude about him throwing the towel. And believe me, it's been believe me, Thea Hale still upset, still copping a bit of an attitude, or I'm scratching my back because it's itchy. And gotta tell you, you want to make Thea Hale mad. I got a feeling that Thea Hale is going to really snap. Meanwhile, Dana Brooke went one-on-one with Blair Davenport. This was a heck of a hard-hitting fight, and Blair Davenport did pick up the victory, but as, Blair Davenport walked away with victory, Kaylani Johnny put her hand on Dana Brooke's shoulder, and Dana Brooke kind of looked at the shoulder and just was like, get that little snarl look. I'm like, she is going to turn against Kaylani Jordan. I think that young lady, Kaylani Jordan, is going to learn the hard way. If you want to make it into the WWE, you got to have that killer instinct. You gotta have that killer instinct. You can't just be hello and everything else. You gotta step up to the plate. And Dana Brooke's gonna probably make sure Kehlani Jordan learns that the hard way. Charlie Dempsey and Drew Gulak get ready for the matchup, while Damon Kemp looks on, and Miles Bourne, who's supposed to be under the tutelage of Gulak and Dempsey, try to offer him some water, but then Gulak slaps it out of Miles Bourne's hands. And I gotta tell you, that's not very respectful, but that's okay. Because Drew Gulak does whatever the heck he wants. Dijak was telling the Carmelo Hayes, after he gets done with Wesley, I'm going after your title. So, he's going after, Dijak says, after I'm done with Wesley, I'm coming after your championship. Carmelo Hayes, Carmelo Hayes was doing some signing, some posters. Some pictures. Trick Williams went one-on-one with Drew Gulak, and then while Dempsey tried to get involved, Williams made sure that Dempsey and Kemp did not get involved. But then when they were trying to go after Trick Williams during the matchup, Brooks and Jensen, a.k.a. Country Grit, came out to fight them. But then Sarah Schreiber, who we hadn't seen on TV for months, probably a year or so, interviewed Baron Corbin and says, I got something to say, and I'm going to say it out there. And then Daba Kato cut a promo about returning soon to NXT. How soon? We'll find out. Baron Corbin addressed the NXT universe, saying that the NXT locker room is a bunch of soft crybabies and all that, and insulting the NXT locker room. But Von Wagner and Mr. Stone interrupt them, and then Von Wagner kind of went off on Corbin, and then he's about this next week. It'll be you and me. So Von Wagner and Baron Corbin decided to brawl to the point where security had to separate these two big behemoths. It's going to be a heck of a matchup next week, that's for sure. Meanwhile, Rhea Ripley and Dominic Mysterio decided to address Dragon Lee and Lara Valkyria, challenging them next week to a mixed tag match. Meanwhile, Mustafa Ali addresses being a North American champion, which is held by Dominic Mysterio. And I'm going to agree with Mustafa Ali. I think Dominic Mysterio is a disgrace to the North American title. Mustafa Ali for North American champion. I'm going to hashtag it. I'm going to tweet him about it and say I'm with Mustafa Ali. He needs to be a champion in the WWE. And being a North American champion, knocking off Dirty Dum Dum would be something to see. So, then there was the number one contenders matchup, Wes Lee and Dijak. Heck of a matchup. Wes Lee hurt his shoulder. Dijak hurt his knee, but then Wes Lee decided to put his shoulder back together, and he went off on Dijak, and he got the victory over Dijak. But because Eddie Thorpe was distracting Dijak during the match, it was Eddie Thorpe who wants some revenge on Dijak. Meanwhile, Dragon Lee and Lyra Valkyria talk about Rhea and Dom, or they call them Diarrhea and Dum Dum. They decide to accept the challenge for the mixed tag match. So there's that. Meanwhile, Mackenzie Mitchell interviewed Tyler Bate about what happened on an NXT Live event on Friday. Gallus was harassing them, and as a result, Joe Coffey and Tyler Bate would go one-on-one. Meanwhile, Ilya Dragunov responds to Trick Williams about you're not going to slay this dragon. And then Wesley, after winning the matchup, gets his Heatwave contract against Carmelo Hayes, and he was going to go back to talk to Carmelo Hayes about it. Tyler Bate and Joe Coffey went one-on-one. The matchup was good until the aforementioned Dabba-Kato, who said he was coming soon to NXT, decided to attack Tyler Bate first, giving Bate the win by disqualification. And he was about to attack Joe Coffey until Gallus decided to bail him out. So there's that situation. So there's that. Well, Baron Corbin was getting interviewed in the NXT parking lot about his match against Von Wagner, and then Braun Breaker says, "Hey, what's up with this matchup? I'm not done with him yet." Well, guess what? And it seems like you think you can intimidate everyone around here. I'm not everyone, and Braun Breaker better be thinking about what he's doing right now. So this will be something. So, hard-hitting home truth with Nathan Frazier. He's talking about being NXT North American champion, but he got interrupted by, hello, him and now, Supernova Sessions. And then Nathan Frazier was saying, hey, I knew this was going to happen. So the challenge is going to be happening next week. The Heritage Cup title on the line as Noam Dar goes one-on-one with Nathan Frazier, the defending champion, and we'll find out who is the undisputed Heritage Cup champion. And then, Nathan Frazier had a little fun with Noam Dar to the point where he had a fraud button, fraud. It was funny. Gotta like that. So, that was a pretty entertaining segment. Meanwhile, Thea Hale went one-on-one JC Jane, and the turnbuckle got accidentally exposed, and JC Jane wanted to use it, and as Thea Hale wanted to go ram JC Jane's head on the turnbuckle, Andre Chase covered it back up, but it cost Thea Hale the matchup, got pinned in the matchup, and it got to the point where Thea Hale kind of walked out on Andre Chase. So has Duke Hudson influenced Thea Hale during Mr. Chase's absence? Interesting situation. So, Angel Garza and Roberto Carrillo were hearing their grandfather's words in their sleep. Says, cut out the BS. Basically, it's time for, I'm going to call them the Garza dynasty. Because that's what they are, and they need to live up their grandfather's legacy. And they woke up, and they decided to do something about it. Meanwhile, again, another autograph session by Carmelo Hayes. Wesley interrupts it. He says, forget this. Forget all this. I'm taking this table to the ring. We're signing this contract. And so They had a contract signed, Wesley and Carmelo Hayes. They both signed the contract, and Wesley says he's not going to fail again. And then he proceeded to stomp on the table, do a double stomp on the table, and break it. He said, "I'll see you next week." And Carmelo Hayes was the time with a smile on his face. Carmelo Hayes and Wesley are going to steal the show next week on NXT Heatwave. So, that's all the time we have on this show. I want to thank everyone for watching the show. And I used the wrong... okay, that's good. I used the wrong pen. There we go. So I want to thank everyone for tuning in. And like I said, this Friday will be SmackDown. We'll see what happens in the situation here. So it'll be SmackDown, NXT Level Up this Friday. So thank you for tuning in. And episode 791, remember we're 8 episodes away. No, 9 episodes away from that 800 episode. So until that next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, take us home. That is all for today's episode of the show. This is Mr. Lima speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E, do it for Bob Saget production. And in association with A Sweet Bofa Raving Dingleberries Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching another great episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Until the next episode, goodbye for now.